Dr. Thomas Kim, Reproductive Medicine Associates of New Jersey. Kind of fortunate to have grown up in two cultures. I grew up in Seoul, South Korea. During my teenage years, my family immigrated to Chicago. So, Chicago is sort of my hometown in the United States, but I'm deeply rooted in Korea. My childhood memories are there. Oh gosh, my fondest memory is a soldier field and minus 20 degrees out during the Bears game when Bears won the Super Bowl with the Mike Ditka and William Refrigerator Perry and Walter Payton. I remember going to that game. Very fond memories of Chicago Cubs, Wrigley Field, and all the museums, art institutes, and the museums downtown. It is probably one of the finest cities in the country in terms of downtown area. Initially, I thought I would become an internal medicine doctor, and I practiced undersea medicine, taking care of divers and SEALs. Then along the way, my wife and I had an infertility issue, so we were referred out to a fertility specialist in San Diego, and that's how we got our first child. So that interested me. So I changed my career. I was in internal medicine at that time, so I decided to go into this field. So I can identify the patients that what they are going through, and some of the pains they go through and frustrations. We went through exactly the same thing for 3.5 years. I went to Loyola, undergrad, and Loyola Medical School. Then through the Navy scholarship program while I was in the medical school, that's how my relationship began. Then I chose to leave Chicago because all the naval hospitals are located in the bi-coastal area, San Diego, Bethesda, and Virginia. And I spent most of my Navy career in San Diego, and that's where I started IVR program after the fellowship training at NIH. After I realized that reproductive endocrinology is what I wanted to do, during the transition time, Gulf War happened. So I went to participate in a Desert Storm, spent 6 months out there in the first line, in the front line. Then I came back and continued on with my residency training. I like playing golf. One of the things that I got to enjoy when I was in the Navy was, I got to play relatively cheap golf courses, and I got to play a lot. The frequent questions that I get asked is, "Do you think I'll get pregnant? And have you seen patients like us?" Yes, of course. There are some patients that are really difficult in terms of prognosis, mainly because of advanced age, and there are some genetic issues too. But in most cases, I would say probably 95% of the cases, yeah, their problems are not that much different than most of the patients that we get to see day in, day out. So I get to share a lot of our success stories and give them encouragement. My relationship with Dr. Scott, since I was a fellow, kind of brought me here. And I think this probably is the longest place I've been. Over the last 16 years, I have witnessed, mainly because of the laboratory technology has advanced so much, just amazing things happened, to the point that we can reliably produce healthy embryos, and even with one embryo now, we can produce your birth. So it's a very exciting time. It is the cutting edge type of medical practice you can enjoy. Other places, you read about certain technologies coming through, then you fantasize about being in that type of environment. You don't have to fantasize it. You're here. You're here. There's laboratories. There are great quality people, and intelligent minds that if I have any question, I really don't have to search on the internet. I just have to knock on the door.